Yeah, I think it's the fits and starts. There's going to be some ups and downs. In my plan, like I would play Brissett the first two series, then I'd give May 4 in a row, which should take him through the second quarter, maybe that first series of the third quarter. And Mego, I wouldn't be shocked if we see an interception or a near interception, but then some other plays that were like, oh, hey, he's on to something here. He's got it. Because really, in his development, that's kind of what we've seen. We've seen some good moments in camp. We've seen some moments where it's like, all right, this guy's a little bit not far away from being an NFL QB, but he's not there yet. I think Andy Hart's description of him as being fine plus is very accurate. Like, he's fine, doesn't suck, occasional plus moment, but you can still see there's some need for development there, and I think we're going to see a continuation of that in tonight's game.
I'm going to put a little bit of a qualifier onto my answer. And I'll say right now, fits and starts. And by the way, when I was drafting this up this morning, my husband told me that people aren't going to understand what that means. He was like, I had to look up what fits and starts means. And I was like, I can't expect the audience to be that dumb.
No, how many people voted so far? We got a decent amount.
So fits and starts is 59%.
So they all know what it means, 59%.
I think they just picked it also because it's in the middle, so it's the most neutral answer.
That's true.
But there is about 26% who say that they're bracing for disaster.
Well, and I think that's also who's your left tackle, who's going to be playing receiver. It's Alex Van Pelt's first season calling plays full-time. Like, there's a lot of other moving parts around Drake Maye. In addition, like I talked about just his pure development, he's going to get some things wrong out there. But what if he gets everything right on a play and Jalen Polk runs the wrong route? Or what if he gets everything right and the left tackle gets smoked? Or what if he gets as much as he can get right, but it's just a bad play call for whatever defense Carolina's in? And one silver lining here, Mego, Carolina might be one of the few teams in the NFL definitely worse than the Patriots. So as soft a landing spot as possible in your first preseason game?
Yeah, maybe like an easy launch pad. But I got to say, and I'm very much in the minority here, I'm looking for a big playmaker. And I know that's an unfair expectation to set for a guy in his first preseason game who's been repping largely with the twos through this portion of training camp. But I look at it and I go, he is the number 3 pick overall. And the reason why you picked him is not because he's a great processor, and I'm sure he's a great locker room leader. But
don't get to season my burger.
You didn't pick him on the intangibles. You didn't look at him and say, like, oh, we just really like his, whatever scores in college and blah, blah, blah. You picked him because he has a big arm and he's a big kid and he can scramble and he's way athletic.
Bacon, the most important part.
I do love this video, by the way. We've never played this, and I sent it to Ryan. It's just a video of him. I don't know if this was a charity thing or some promotional thing that he was doing when he was at UNC, but he's basically cooking up burgers like a fry cook at some place in Carolina.
Cheese on with the bacon. The bacon, the most important part. You know what it is. Another piece of cheese. Look good. That look good to me, huh?
Looks
good
to me.
Hungry now.
So do I expect him to go out and have 2 touchdowns and all of a sudden have this immaculate connection with Javon Baker or Jalen Polk or any of these guys who are out there? No, but I want to see a flash of something. And maybe that doesn't sound right. I want to see a glimpse of something.
No, I think it's fair.
I want to see something from him. And I'm not saying that, like, I'm almost more hopeful if he throws a totally boneheaded interception, or he looks like Josh Allen in years 1 and 2, where he looks like he's going to take out the concessions guy with one of his throws downfield. What I don't want to see is 10-yard pass, check down, 10-yard pass, check down, sack, check down. We've gone through that for years at this point. When is the last time that you had a quarterback who could air the ball out? People were salivating over Bailey Zappi being able to throw downfield just in comparison to Mac Jones, and there really wasn't much separation in that arm talent at all. You brought this guy in because he has arm talent. Maybe he's a gamer. I just want to see it. I just want to see a little bit of it. Give me a playmaker.
I think you're going to get a lot of what you mentioned, where it's the check down, the screen, the 10-yard pass.
A little bit of that is okay, but I need to see something.
Can he mix in like a great seam pass to, say, Mitchell Wilcox down the seam at tight end? Can he mix in something to Baker down the sideline that's a big play? Even if it's not a 50-yard touchdown, but it's a 30-yard pass, you're like, oh, okay, he's on. Or does he fit in some sort of pass between a couple defenders, especially in the red zone if they can get that? Like, can he give you just a couple things like that? I mean, you go back to last preseason game. What were we most excited about? Malik Cunningham with a couple nice throws in the end zone, right?
That was fun, though.
It was fun, but my point being is, if you can even get some of that from Drake Maye tonight, I think people will be pretty excited. Because, again, I think rational Patriots fans, and most people at least that work here are rational, I would say so, Mega. And not always us, but
Wait, you think that people around here are rational?
okay. I said
Name
most,
one
maybe
rational person on this station in this market aside from Mike Reese, maybe.
Can I name myself?
And Tommy Curran, who will join us in about an hour and a half.
Zach Coe, our producer from the first couple days, because
Okay.
he's from the South Shore, so he's rational, of course. But
He hasn't been in the business long enough.
yeah, fair enough. They expect, hey, this is going to be a process, right? He was Jaden Daniels went 2 overall to your Commanders because he was more pro-ready. Caleb Williams went 1 overall to the Bears because he's more pro-ready. Even J.J. McCarthy, who we discussed the other day, there's a lot more to work with in Minnesota, especially offensively, than what May has here in New England. Like, this is going to be a process. It's been a process. I don't know about your opinion, but I feel like we've seen progress from OTAs to minicamp to now, but we've got to continue to see that progress. I think tonight's a great opportunity. Just a few of those plays, continue to see that progress. And also maybe don't get blown up on a sack where he misses something. Just little things like that. Can we see that progress continue?